This segment brought to you by Heinen Brothers Ag, farmers helping farmers by offering quality aerial and ground application, fertilizer, ag chemicals, and anhydrous ammonia. Call today to protect your crop yield.
Thanks for staying with us. Let's join Kyle and Rick in their discussion about sugarcane aphids.
Hi, this is Kyle Bauer. I have the opportunity to visit with Rick Kochenower. He is with Sorghum Partners. We're going to talk about sugarcane aphids, and it's like we don't raise sugarcane in Kansas and Oklahoma, and why would we be concerned about the sugarcane aphid? Well, the reality is it's become a huge issue in sorghum.
Yes, it started in 2013 in South Texas. For some reason, nobody really knows. They came off sugarcane. It had to have been some type of biotype change to where they come off of sugarcane and went on to sorghum. They've been in the U.S. since the 70s, so we had some kind of a change. Well, they actually liked sorghum. They kind of exploded. The natural predators just didn't have a chance to build up. That's part of our issues. The problems we had in north central Oklahoma and south central Kansas last year was the simple fact that we kind of had what I tell guys is the perfect storm. We were late planting by, up to a month because of all the rain we had in April and May. So when the sugarcane aphids got here on the wind from South Texas where they overwinter, sorghum was not in the same stage it was when we had them the first time in 2014. We had some other complications. Guys weren't used to having them, so they probably let them get too high a count before they actually started to spray the first time. Or we had that little cool snap, they sprayed then. We know the efficacy of the insecticides is not as good when those temperatures get lower. I've had some conversations with the entomologist that's been working with these for 3 years. We're not exactly sure what that temperature is. We just know when temperatures get lower, the efficacy is not as good.
There was, besides the chemicals not particularly working and us not being used to managing them, there was some thought that we could possibly get by with not treating because it was just a harvest issue, but it turned it out to be more than just a harvest issue.
Yes, they are actually looking for some nutrient in the plant. There's some hybrids they prefer over others, and they do. What happens is they suck the juice out of the plant. It goes through their body, it creates a honeydew, and basically they induce drought stress on these sorghum plants, whether it be grain sorghum or forage sorghum, either one, because they hit both. And hybrids that are tolerant can handle that, or the insects doesn't get on it quite as heavy as they do on the ones that are more susceptible. So they actually do put it into some type of a really severe drought stress. That's the reason a hybrid that is susceptible will generally not head out, because it's basically just like being in a drought stress, even though with all the rain we had last year.
Let's talk about the honeydew issue, what it's like to harvest with sugarcane aphid infestation.
It causes problem because for a couple of things. That honeydew will plug up the sieves on the combine. Also, the grain will stick to that leaf, and it'll go over, out of the rear end of the combine, because the leaf just actually carries the grain because the grain is sticking to it. There's been reports of 40 to 60% yield loss just because of the honeydew.
And then does it help if it freezes then? Does that make the harvesting go better?
Yeah, if you get a freeze on it, that will kill the plant. And then actually if you can get a rain on it, because rain will wash that honeydew off, that generally will help. But, then you're getting late in the year and you get into a year like this year where we still got guys that got sorghum in the field just because they can't get the ground dry enough or they can't get it frozen enough to hold up the combine.
We're visiting about sugarcane aphids today. This is Kyle Bauer reporting. Back to you, Jamie.
Don't go away. After the break, Kyle and Scott Stagenborg with Chromatin and Sorghum Partners talk about forage sorghum.
Grain sorghum is one of the most important cereal crops worldwide, and Kansas leads the nation in its production. Over the years, sorghum has been either exported, used in animal feed domestically, or for other industrial uses. Recently, its use in the ethanol market has seen tremendous growth, with 30% of domestic sorghum typically going to ethanol production. Kansas Grain Sorghum is committed to sorghum research, market development, and education. Learn more at ksgrainsorghum.org.